Okay. Yesterday we performed two exercises, 2.1 and 2.2. Okay. Today we'll do this exercise, which will host a static HTML website. Okay, on an EC2 instance. So we'll create an EC2 instance where we will enable port 22, 80, and 443. Okay, and after that we'll install the Apache. Okay. Apache is the service, or you can say a package, which helps us in creating a web server. What is a web server? It is a server which serves the static and dynamic HTML pages, or website pages. The static page is the one which remains static, or it doesn't change. The dynamic one means based on some user activities, the means the output will vary. Okay, so we are hosting a static HTML website on an EC2 instance, and how to do that we'll learn it here. So we are downloading a ready-made HTML template, or you can say and ready-made HTML website, which I have already in one of my GitHub repositories. Okay, so we will download it, okay, using this script. Okay, so this script will just download it from my GitHub repository. Okay, move it to var www.html. Okay, and whatever content we put in var www.html gets displayed on the screen. It looks for a index.html file. Okay, in that particular code it will look for an index.html file. So by default as well there will be an index.html file. We need to rename it. So for renaming it I'm using the mv command. Okay, because we do not want that the default html index.html file to be displayed on the screen. We want something which we have in our website template. Okay, or you can say the our custom code. It also has index.html that we want to display it on the screen. Okay, so the script will take care of it. So what we need to do is, first we need to launch an EC2 instance. Okay, so for launching an EC2 instance, just search for EC2. And just click on launch instance. So we'll give it a name as static website. Static website is the name we are giving. We'll always choose most of the times Ubuntu 22. T2 micro. Okay, I will use an existing key pair. Okay, I already have a key pair. Okay. Yeah, this one, my key pair one, which we created yesterday. If you don't have it, or if you don't remember it, you can create a new one. Okay, and we are creating a new security group. We can also use an existing one, but for using an existing one we'll have to modify if the ports are not open there. Okay, so here we are using for SSH port 22, for HTTP and HTTPS, that is port 80 and 443. For displaying the web page, we'll keep it as 8 GB. I think 8 GB is sufficient, and we'll just click on launch instance. So our instance is getting provision. We'll wait for some time until it gets ready. So this particular script, we can also put it in a user data, but this time we are not putting it in user data. We'll perform this on the command line. Okay, our EC2 instance is ready. Okay, let's try to SSH it. I'll use putty. So now our IP address changed. Okay, but we want the same setting which we have it in auth credentials. Okay, it will not show it here. Okay, to make it visible, what we'll have to do is just go load. Okay, when we load the saved uh, settings, okay, then if you go to credentials, it will show my key pair. Okay, so this is the trick we can use. Just replace this. Okay, saved session we cannot, but it's better. Just now if you load, if you just click on, no, don't click on load, just click on open, else you'll have to set the key pair every day. Okay, I'm now connecting and the username is Ubuntu. I'm connected, and if now just follow the exercise, what we will do is we'll just do apt get update. So apt get update will update the packages. Actually, it updates the repository, it syncs the repository. In Ubuntu, we need to do this. For other Linux flavors, such updates are not required by default. Now we'll install apt get update -y Apache 2. So when Apache is installed, if you directly do curl, so curl is one of the command which we can use to get the status. Okay, so we can use either localhost or the IP address of the EC2 instance, and it is giving us some response in a coded format. Okay, so to check, what we will do is we'll just browse the public IP address. It will show it properly. On command line, it is giving directly the page code. So if we do Control V, it is showing us the default Ubuntu page. Okay, this is the Ubuntu page which is placed inside where www.html. So it is displaying the default index.html page which gets loaded when the Ubuntu is installed, when the Apache 2 is installed on Ubuntu. So what we need to do, we need to replace this index.html with our custom code. Okay, so for that we'll use this existing script, but before that we'll have to make sure that we rename this index.html, otherwise it will give some conflict. Okay, so what we will do is we'll go to just become root. To become root, we'll have to do sudo space su hyphen, then go to this cd var www.html. Okay, and move index.html to index.html underscore back. It is like taking, means keeping it in the same place. You can also remove it, not an issue, but it's always a good practice not to remove it, just to rename it. Okay, now we'll create this script. Okay, so we haven't started Linux classes, but in Linux classes we will learn all these things, how to create file and all. But as of now, remember cat with greater than sign and the script name that I'm writing here, and after that I'll just copy the contents till here. Control C. Okay, press enter, and to save it use Control D. Remember this. Okay, so the file is created, but remember, with cat greater than sign, if I use this command again, it will overwrite everything. Okay, to see the content, do not use greater than sign, just use cat command and it will show the content. Okay, so just to verify that everything is copied, we are seeing the content of this file. Now just run this script. Okay, so the script we will just run using bash command. Okay, and press enter. So what it is doing, it is cloning a repository in which I already kept some code related to HTML website. Okay, then it is downloading the unzip command because it has to unzip this zip file which is in this repository, and it will move the zip contents into var www.html, and using this first line we will be inside the var www.html. Okay, so if you see ls now, so it has many files. Okay, assets, brainwave, okay, everything, but this is the old file and this is the new file. So just for testing, what we'll do is we'll just refresh this page. Okay, and if you see, our website is ready. So in production environment, if it is a static website, the developer will create this content for you. Okay, you just need to keep it in var www html. Okay, and it should have index.html file. If it is a dynamic site, index.php. If it is PHP site, okay, so that file it gets displayed on the screen actually. Okay, so we have learned how to host a static website on a EC2 instance.